Hello student, today I am going to discuss about the chapter number 16, triangle. In the class, my audio is not recorded, so that is why I record the audio externally. So, triangle. First, I discuss about some topics in the triangle. Triangles are made from the three non-collinear points. So first I tell you what is collinear points. Collinear points are those point or different points which exist in a straight line. Means some points in a straight line are said to be collinear. But the triangle is made from the three non-collinear points. Now see, let us see one example. There is a line and I draw some points in the line. These points are collinear points. Means these points lies in line. When the two or more point lie in a straight line are said to be collinear points. Now see non-collinear points. Non-collinear points are those points which do not lie in a straight line. Means the points when not in a straight line, we get a three different points or four different points, five different points. If we join these points, if we join 3 points, then we get a polygon, that is triangle. If we join 4 points, then we get a polygon quadrilateral, because the when we draw a line segment between the points, they are closed figure. Now see in the video, there is a three non-collinear points. If we join these points, we get a polygon, and this polygon called triangle, because this is a three-sided polygon, and three-sided polygon is a triangle. Now see the congruence. Congruent means two object may be must be equal. Suppose two triangles are congruent. Now the condition when the two triangles are congruent, when their all sides are equal to the respective triangle and angles are also equal, means if the sides are equal then they are congruent, and if the figure is congruent mean all the corresponding sides are equal. You can see in this video the in this triangle the sides are 4, 5 and 4.5 centimeter, and the another triangle same 4, 5 and 4.5 centimeter. So these two triangles are congruent because their sides are equal. If they are congruent then their angles are also equal, or all the all the corresponding parts of the triangles are equal. Now I will give you one more example. If suppose we can draw a circle with a radii of 4 centimeter, one and second again by 4 centimeter, then the two circle are congruent because their dimensions are same. Now let us see exterior and interior. Exterior and interior of a triangle. See, now you see in the video ABC is a required triangle and there is a point D and point P. So point D is basically the outside of the circle. So D is exterior. Exterior means outside and interior means inside. So D is a exterior point and P is a interior point. Now there is a one more point X, but this point is on AC. It means X is a point on AC. This is on the triangle, or on the side AC. On the side AC means this point lies on the side AC, and this is basically called on the triangle. So there is another point Y. This is Y is a point on side AB. I think now it exterior, interior, and on the triangle is clear to everyone. Now let us discuss the types of triangle. Basically, types of triangle are based on their angles and side. Means we can classify the triangle by their by angles and side differently. Mean triangle must be classified on the basis of their angles and sides. If we talk about, or if we discuss about angle, then there will be a three triangle. One is the acute angle triangle. You can see this is the sign for angle and the second is the sign for triangle. So it is acute angle triangle. Second is obtuse angle triangle, and the third is right angle triangle. This three triangle are on based on angle. So it is the classification of a triangle by its angle. Now let us classify. Let us classify with or let us understand by the sides. If we classify the triangle on the basis of its side, then the first is equilateral triangle. First is equilateral triangle. And second is isosceles triangle. And third is scalene triangle. And third is scalene triangle, means equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle and scalene triangle can be classified on the basis of its side. Now let us discuss one by one. I will tell you all either it is angle based or side based in explanation, so you can understand it well. Now first classify the or understand angle based triangle. So the first is acute angle triangle. In acute angle triangle, all angles are less than 90 degree or more than 0 degree, or all angles in the acute angle triangle is acute angle. So now the question arises, what is acute angle? So acute angle lies between 0 and 90, means acute angle is greater than 0 degree and less than 90 degree. And in acute angle triangle, all three angles are acute, means the angle must be in between 0 to 90. This is called a acute angle triangle. Now the second is obtuse angle triangle. In obtuse angle triangle, one angle must be obtuse angle and the other two are acute. Acute means zero angle between 0 to 90 or 0 and 90, but one angle must be obtuse. So again a question arises, what is obtuse angle triangle or what is obtuse angle? So obtuse angle lies between 90 degree and 180 degree, means obtuse angle is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. So in obtuse angle triangle, one angle must be in between 90 to 180 and other two angles are acute. Now the third, now the third one is now the third one is a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. In right angle triangle, we know that right angle is equal to 90 degree. So in right angle triangle, one angle must be 90 degree and other two are acute. Acute means the angle lies between 0 to 90. This is a condition for the right angle triangle. One angle must be 90 and other two are acute. It means it lies between 0 and 90, means greater than 0 and less than 90. Now classify the triangles on the basis of their sides. So the first is equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, all sides are equal. All sides are equal. If all sides are equal, then all angles are also equal. And in equilateral triangle, all angles must be of 60 degree. Now, once again, I repeat, in equilateral triangle, all sides are equal and all angles are also equal, and the measure must be 60 degree. Now the next is isosceles triangle. Now the second is isosceles triangle. In isosceles triangle, two sides are equal. One first condition is two sides are equal, and there is one more condition: the angle opposite to equal sides are also equal. It means, and we can say that equal angles are the base angles, and unequal angle, that is a vertex angle. Clear? Now you have to check, it is very important, if two sides are equal, then it is an isosceles triangle, and the angle opposite to the equal side, you can check by you can see the triangle and check according to the triangle. In this video you see the two triangle, and the angle opposite to the equal sides are equal. Now you can see in this example, AB and BC is equal. The side opposite to AB is angle C, and the side angle opposite to AB is angle C, and angle opposite to BC is angle A. Therefore, angle A must be equal to angle C. According to isosceles triangle, the side, there is two sides, this is given, and the angle opposite to equal sides are equal. If the angles are equal, then we say that the side opposite to equal angle are also equal. Now let us prove the angle sum property of the triangle. In this video the voice is not recorded, that is why I record the additional voice. So please try to understand this. If there is if you are finding any problem, difficulty, then you can ask me again. I will tell you again, but you have to clear about your you must have to clear about your concept. Now angle sum property, first you have to draw a triangle, and then there is a construction. If your triangle is ABC, your base angles are B and C, so you have to write construct. To construct xy, say the line is xy is parallel to BC. Yes, in this video you can see xy is parallel to BC. Then you have to write the angles. See, suppose or it's up to you, whatever the number you want to give, you give. But in this video I give the angle B is 1, angle C is 2, angle A is 3, then the angle XAB is number 4 and YACB number 5. Now the proof start. We know that as we constructed the two lines parallel, xy is parallel to BC, so proof start, angle 1 is equal to angle 4. The reason for equal is they are alternate angle, and the same with angle 2 is equal to angle 5. The reason is same, alternate angles. If there is a problem in parallel line, you can ask me, I will explain the parallel line also. But according to the parallel lines, these two angle 1 is equal to 4 and angle 2 is equal to 5. They are alternate angle. Now angle in a straight line, angle on a straight line is 180 degree. So the next step is angle 4 plus angle 3 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degree. Means a straight line must be 180 degree. Straight line must be 180 degree, because if we add up these three angles, they are supplementary angles. Supplementary angles means whenever we add two or more angles and their sum is equal to 180, then they are supplementary. So angle on a straight line are supplementary. Now we know that angle 1 is equal to angle 4, angle 2 is equal to angle 5. So we can substitute these angle with the previous one. Now the angle 1 plus angle 3 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree. It means the angle sum property of a triangle is 180 degree. If we add, there is 3 angle in a triangle. If we add 3 angles in a triangle of a triangle, we get 180 degree. This is a rule for the triangle. If there is a figure and that is a closed figure with 3 line segment, then it is a polygon, and this polygon is called triangle, and their angle sum property is 180 degree. It is fixed for all the triangles.